Saturday afternoon with a girls basketball showcase featuring a pair of teams thirsty for a winning performance as the Lucas Lady Cubs continue their frenetic start to the season against a winless Crestline squad, hoping to notch their first victory of the young campaign. It's live and free high school hoops streaming right into the palm of your hands, and it's all on the way, coming up next.
Here we go now.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
The Bulldogs of Crestline have entered the Cub Cave for a Mid-Buckeye showdown as our live and free coverage of girls high school hoops starts right here and now. Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the Mechanics Bank pregame. My name is Brian Skrotsky. I'm going to be on the call solo today. Just tried to talk athletic director and boys basketball coach Taylor Eisman into jumping on the call with me. He declined, said that he might be a little bit too much of a homer. So you just get me today. And both of these teams off to a bit of a rocky start to the season. Both squads just one win combined so far, that belonging to the Lucas Cubs. So Crestline still searching for victory numero uno on the season. And, man, so many games in such a short period of time here to kick off the campaign for the Lady Cubs, something that I talked to their head coach about. Kathy Grover joined me just a couple minutes ago. Let's check that out. Got Kathy Grover with me now, and it's been kind of a brutal start to the season for you girls. A lot of games here early on. How do you think that's affected the team collectively?
I'm not quite sure because I've never had 5 games in November. I know our preseason was cut short a week just because of the way we started. And then to have all those games pushed in there, I'm not quite sure because I'm not even sure how I've done with it, to be honest. But 5 games in November is a lot. And then we went Thursday, Saturday, Monday after that. So, yeah, it's a lot.
At least you'll have an opportunity, more practices moving forward, and you get a chance to implement some new things. What have you liked, though, from your girls during this kind of frenetic start to the season?
What I like is they've been there for one another. We have 5 freshmen that are learning our system and our program, and I have 3 that have come back from like their freshman and 8th grade season. So what I like is how they're all trying to teach one another. So that has been a great aspect. Tori and Shelby have been good leaders for us. Ryan Culler, who's just now coming back, today will be her 2nd game. She's been a real help in scrimmages and on the bench and trying to help the girls. So the fact that we're all sticking together, I think, has been a big tribute.
All right, good luck to you today. Thanks.
Thank you.
So appreciate Kathy for the insight on her squad so far here early on in the campaign. We'll now pause to honor America with the playing of our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. Always one of the best parts of every single athletic event, honoring your home country. And here in the USA, we are pretty darn proud to be Americans, of course, and love our sports. And, you know, who doesn't love winning? Something that head coach Lance Hood in his first season has not been able to taste so far in his first appearance as a head coach here at Crestline. Had a chance to talk to him just a couple of minutes ago as well about adjusting to the new role and what it has been like for him so far as the head coach of the Bulldogs. Lance Hood joining me now, first-year head coach of the Crestline Bulldogs and your first opportunity to be a head coach. How are you finding life here in your first few months on the job?
It's definitely what I expected. I got a great group of girls. We're getting along as far as building relationships outside of basketball. And I think that's the most important thing, just being able to talk with them every day, just asking them little things like how's school going, is there anything I can help you out with, stuff like that. But on the court, I'm pretty much Coach Hood. I'm that kind of guy. I'm Coach Hood.
With so little numbers this season, just 7 on the roster, and you even got one out today, what type of difficulties does that present in practice trying to get good looks in the 5-on-5 setting?
It is very difficult at this time. I've had experience in that area as an assistant coach before, so I'm trying to use everything that I've learned, but that is a bit difficult, especially when preparing for somebody like Grover and some of these players we're going to see today and some of the players throughout this league. So, you know, I'm trying my best to take it in stride. You know, I have to change my approach a little bit to try to get the best things out of these girls in the situation that we're in.
All right, Coach, well, I'm sure that you're hungry to get that first win. Maybe you can get it today.
Hopefully. Yes, sir.
Good luck, man.
Thank you so much.
So that will wrap up our Mechanics Bank pregame as we are all set for high school hoops action in the MBC. Opening tip-off belonging to the Crestline Bulldogs. Just 6 active players on the roster today for Crestline. Got a girl out sick, as does Lucas, another team that doesn't have a ton of depth, but both of these squads scrappy and certainly willing to get after it, even if there are just 6 girls out here available today for the Lady Dogs, who turn it over on their opening possession. And that's been a problem so far this season for Crestline, just not being able to get looks at the basket, as that's a good look from the corner from Tori Sauter. Airmailed it, bit too pumped up on that first shot. And it's gonna go back over to the Lady Dogs, 45 seconds in, looking for their first shot here. Ball in the hands of their point guard, sophomore Kennedy Sipes, leading the team in scoring so far this season, but thefted away by Grover, Shelby Grover, one of the best in the biz. She's got the Cubs off to a 2-0 lead. Two-man game over on the wing. Cubs looking to switch here. Marissa Cofferty, excellent defense. And a kick ball is going to be the call here. Brooklyn Gregory from the corner brings it back up top. Lady Cubs playing some hounding defense. Sauter all over the perimeter player, Maddie Engler. Now here goes Gregory. Contact. She's headed to the free throw line for a couple. Brooklyn, the second leading scorer on the squad this season for Crestline, have not put up a ton of points so far on the year. Brooklyn just 20 so far on the season, averaging 4 per contest, and she's got the first of the afternoon for the Lady Dogs. Splits the pair, and the rebound taken by Cofferty. Nice look inside amongst the trees, a lot of bodies. And Kalia Foss gets bumped. She's going to get a chance to answer here at the other end. First free throw, back iron and through. And 2 for 2, perfect from the line on that trip. Another Crestline turnover. Will it lead to points? It will not. Nice job of recovering and making it tough there on the shot attempts. But more quick hands on the perimeter. 4th turnover already for Crestline. And on the break, Lucas, high up off the square. Ryan Culler, just her 2nd game back after an ACL tear last season, coming up with a nice bucket. Sipes had it tipped. Nobody going after the basketball. And it's going to lead end to end. An easy bucket for Shelby Grover. Going to get a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout taken by Crestline. Take a look at the starting lineup today for the Lady Dogs. Talked a bit about Sipes and what she brings to the table as a sophomore. Got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman. 5'3", kind of runs the show. Gregory, number 2 on the squad, as mentioned, in scoring. McCoy, Engler, and Horn ran out the rest of the starting 5. So it's a nice start here for the Lucas Cubs. 8-1 advantage. And after the tie-up, they're going to get possession right back. Bulldogs sitting back in a zone look. Trying to shoot the passing lane that time, but being unsuccessful was Engler. Bahorn with the nice size inside, able to bring down the defensive board. End that possession as we're almost 3 minutes gone by here inside of the Cub Cave. Lucas trying to secure their second win of the season. Bulldogs would love to get off the schneid, but boy, they cannot hang on to the basketball. Got more turnovers than shots. 5 giveaways already for the Bulldogs. Lucas trying to attack this 2-3 look. It's going to be Sauter. Off the miss, Shelby Grover. Good off the square for 2. Full court defense, giving Crestline some problems. They break the press, but they give it right back. Again, here's Grover coasting in. 2 more points. She's already got 9. 9 of the Cubs' dozen. And if the defense continues to give Crestline problems like it has, that lead is going to continue to swell. Another easy bunny at the 10. And it drops. Now Coach Grover electing to just drop back, pick up half court. Her girls well out in front. 13-point cushion, less than halfway through this opening frame. Turnover number 7 for Crestline. Only got them down for 1 shot. Lucas gives it back over to Crestline, though. Can they capitalize with an easy one? Sipes can't handle it. Turnover number 8 now for the Dogs. But Lucas getting a little sloppy themselves. Traveling violation against Olivia Brown. Freshman getting into the mix today. Sipes had it tipped, picked off. Boyer swings it. Open is Brown at the top. Elects just to give it to Shelby. Always a wise decision here inside of the Cub Cave. One of the most lethal scorers in all of North Central Ohio. Now with the younger lineup in the game here for the Cubs. Opportunity here for Crestline to try to get some points, but they cannot even initiate the offense, folks. 10 giveaways already here for the Bulldogs, and you can see some mounting frustration on the faces of some of these players out here. Nobody seems to want the basketball. Entry passes seem a lot more complicated for them here today. Off the bounce, Engler floater. It's going to be tipped out. And Crestline will hang on to the basketball. Lucas looking sharp defensively here in the early going. Get a couple of substitutions on. Color, Sauter back into the mix. And again, jump in the passing lane. That time it was Cofferty. Luke is really showing a lot of energy at the defensive end of the floor here today. Almost all their points have been created off of turnovers. And they come up with another one here. Sauter walking in between the circles. Going to initiate the offense here. Cut through. Now a nice bounce pass. Shot comes up short. Offensive rebound and second chance points belong to Kylie Foss. Gregory attacks here on the right wing, has to pick up her dribble. Throws it to nobody in particular. And it's going to be Lucas basketball. Looks like Kennedy got a bit shaken up there. Nice hustle play, gave up the body, diving over into the far sideline. Heard her just tell coach that she's good. Kennedy's going to check out, though, here for a little bit, as they'll get Layla McCoy into the mix for her. Sophomore for a sophomore. And what a welcome sight this start for Lucas has to be. Riding a little bit of a skid here lately. 1-7 here to kick off the season. Did have a nice win against Black River. Should have beat Hillsdale. But the Lady Falcons came up with a game-winning bucket at the horn to really stun Lucas. So they've got some good feelings going here, and look at all the hustle, the extra plays. Third opportunity, Sauter launches, and that one comes up short. As I believe we've got some storms coming through the area today. Looked like we just lost power momentarily. Hopefully we're still online with you folks. Here Coach Hood telling his girls, just play basketball. Let's try to block out this rough start that you're off to, as that three is going to find its way through the bottom. Elle Miller with the first field goal of the afternoon for the Bulldogs. Inside, down on the block, clean look. Too hard off the square, chasing down her own miss though is Foss. And she's gonna head to the free throw line. Kylie Foss looking for her 5th point. Not that time. Misses them both. Rebound there by Engler. Pushing in transition, another open look. Won't be back-to-back threes, air ball here from Miller. Just .3. Not sure that Lucas can get a shot off. Well, the official says it's good if it goes. That'll take us to the end of one. Lucas in front, 16-4.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
The weather outside in north central Ohio, pretty hot today, and so are the Lucas Cubs here inside of the Cub Cave. 16 points for them in the opening frame. They've got a 12-point lead right now over visiting Crestline in NBC action. My name is Brian Skorotsky. I'm going to be with you on the call throughout this contest today. And boy, what a rocky beginning to the afternoon for Crestline. 12 turnovers in the first quarter. Not going to get it done. They did get a big three. Their only field goal of the first came courtesy of L. Miller late there in the opening frame. So we'll see if they're able to get a little bit of more momentum going here offensively. At least just get some shots up. Give yourself an opportunity. Great block there, though, by Tori Sauter. Gregory didn't have a lot of lift on that shot. Now here she is. Excellent ball fake. Gets it to Shelby. Short corner. Back iron, though. Brooklyn with the rebound. Gregory in traffic, just trying to hang on to the basketball. And she's going to be called for a three in the key. Bulldogs on the season, averaging less than 19 points per game. They give up 50 per contest. So the first five definitely have not been what Coach Hood was wanting as he took over this program, and more points in the paint. Zoe Baker this time with the bucket. Everybody getting involved here for Lucas. And they've got another TO. Shot comes up short from Rannigan. Loose ball foul is going to go against the Lady Cubs. Just going to be their team second. And Lucas looking to get back into the press. Had a lot of success with it in the first quarter. And they'll continue that success. Sauter just ripping that away like she was a safety and then knocks down the jumper. Great looking section of play there for Tori Sauter. One of the leaders on this team, her senior season, 5'3" guard. Definitely one of the vocal leaders. Here's Sipes. Another three ball for Crestline. Both of their field goals so far have came from downtown. Sauter, quick step, the acceleration, and the bucket. Tori now with back-to-back field goals. Pushes her up to 4 points. See the double team so effective. Crestline has a girl wide open. And I'm talking wide open, Layla McCoy. Nobody looking down court. Sipes observing the defense. Looking to try to get past Shelby Grover. Not an easy task. Definitely have the size advantage inside with Ayanna Horn. Can't get her to the basketball as it's TO number 14 here for Crestline. From the corner, Sauter left all alone again, bottoms up. Her third field goal here in the second quarter. And another one. It's color. Lucas just pouring it on, and like I mentioned, I mean, Layla McCoy all alone next to their basket. If just anybody from Crestline can get their eyes up and see her down the court. Timeout taken on the floor. TO number 2 from Crestline. Lucas really dominating here on top by 20. 5:01 remaining in the second quarter. They've got 8 field goals already. Winning the battle of the boards 8-5 as well. But the most important statistic so far, the biggest difference, is the points off of turnovers. Bulldogs have given it away 14 times, and I believe the Lady Cubs have generated points off of at least 10 of those. Definitely had a lot of easy bunnies going back the other way in transition. Grover had her 2 or 3 of them in the opening quarter. You see continuing here in the second. As defense leading to offense for the Lady Cubs. What a season so far for Shelby Grover, a All-Ohioan in 3 different sports now. Just a junior. Leads the team 19 points per game. She's the only kid on the squad putting up double figures. Same for rebounding. Leads the team in terms of rebounds too, 12 per contest. Also hands out 4 helpers per game, 3 steals. I mean, she is a stat stuffer for sure. Miller off the screen. This one launched by Sipes. Rattles around, no good. And rebounded by Cofferty. Maddie Boyer to the corner. Grover, quick fake. Hangs in the air and good off the square. Lucas sitting back in their 50 defense now. 22-point cushion. Sipes along 2. Knocks that one down. First field goal of the afternoon. Not from beyond the arc. Look at all the space they're giving Shelby Grover. Not sure if that is by design, but there seem to be a lot of open Lucas Cubs on the floor. This battle for possession sends Kylie Foss down to her backside. Jump ball. Possession arrow stays down here at this end with Lucas on offense. Horn gonna sit out and get a quick breather here for the Dogs. Another wide open look. Not sure how everybody has so much space, but it's the freshman, Maddie Boyer, capitalizing. Gregory from the top of the key, looking to drive right all the way. That one tipped off the leg, and then Shelby takes it away. Pass well behind the intended target that time from Foss. So it leaves the turnover number 5 now for Lucas. But look at Shelby Grover. Almost blew it at the rim. But 2 more for the All-Ohio, and she's got 12 now. Cubs got 33. And keeping up the defensive energy. Gregory lost it, has to pick it up. Seen her in that position multiple times already here in the opening quarter. Had her shot blocked 3 times. Multiple turnovers as well. Good look inside, utilizing that frame. Cofferty, 5'11" post. Sipes gets by Grover this time. 5-on-4. Kennedy forces one up, though. As Lucas gets in 3 new players into the mix. A lot of substitutions for Kathy Grover's bunch here today. And why not? Get your freshmen involved with a lead like this. It is a veteran unit at the varsity level. Everybody a junior or senior for the Lady Cubs this year. But at the D4 level, at a school as small as Lucas, you got to bring up some of your junior varsity, of course. And pretty much everybody on the JV are freshmen, including Boyer. Knocking down the triple here. So Maddie with a couple of buckets now. 6 points for her. Off to a promising start as Gregory goes to the floor. And Sipes called for the travel. Moved her feet just a bit too soon as we're under 90 seconds to go here. Opening quarter. Lucas with a healthy lead. And getting pretty much any look they want offensively. That one a bit hard off the glass, though, on the hook shot from Chloe Sturtz. Engler picked up at half court. Now Culler shoots in backside, take it away from Gregory. Now they try to get it to her. Another turnover, Shelby pushing it ahead. Here's Culler, pass backside. A little bit of contact, no whistle there on the miss from Sturtz. And a jump ball off the offensive rebound. Give the ball over to Crestline. See if the Bulldogs can get a good look at the hoop here. Cannot. Closing in on 20 turnovers here in the first half. That's not a good number for a full game, folks. In this 2-3 zone, not real active. Crestline just, they're not even guarding on the perimeter as Grover. Fancy footwork. 2 more points, and the Cubs with a 30-point edge, so we'll have a running clock in the second half. Les Crestline can get a bucket here, down to 9 seconds. Engler puts one up, won't go. Grover skies for the rebound, down to 4 seconds. This will be the last shot, and a little bit rushed, it looked like, as that takes us to the half. Lucas, look at Sharp. They're on top by 30. Keep it here. We'll have some stats for you folks at the break, courtesy of Mechanics Bank. Get you set up for half number 2 and tell you about everything that we got coming your way on the OH Report tonight. Keep it here, live and free, Girls High School Hoops on a Saturday afternoon. We'll be back in just a minute.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime here inside of the Cub Cave, where after 2 quarters of action, Lucas all over visiting Crestline in NBC action, 39-9. Total domination for the Lady Cubs in the first half. I'm Brian Skronsky with you here today from Lucas as we take a look at the crowd. Nice little pan shot by our camera person, Jory Hollenbeck. And as we approach the end, let's check out these halftime stats presented by Mechanics Bank. And, you know, everything favoring Lucas except for the three-pointers. We did see a pair of triples in that first half. The Crestline was able to knock down, but just way too many turnovers. 19 of them in just 16 minutes of play. So they're giving it away more than once per minute. 5 giveaways for Lucas in that first half, but they were able to capitalize off of those 19 courtesy of Crestline. I don't have an official number for you, but I would venture to guess that at least 26 of the Cubs' points have come off of turnovers. They've got 17 field goals and just 2 for 4 from the line for them. Crestline got to the free throw stripe once in the first quarter, did not return again after the first couple of minutes. So that is your tale of the tape presented by Mechanics Bank. And a long way still here to go. 2 more quarters of action from the Cub Cave, so keep it locked in. We'll be back. Third quarter action on the way.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Some Crestline faithful here in the house trying to rally their Bulldogs back here in this third quarter, as we're just 40 seconds away from second half action here inside of the Cub Cave in fabulous Lucas, Ohio, one of the greatest tiny towns in all of America. And their basketball team looking pretty good today. Just 1-7 on the season, but Lucas with a 30-point cushion at the half. 39-9, your score here, as we are just about set for the third quarter. My name is Brian Skrosky with you guys here. Happy to be bringing you live and free girls high school hoops. I believe it's going to be Lucas basketball to start the third. Such a great first half for them. 17 field goals. It's a team that has not been scoring a ton of points so far throughout the season. But getting it together here against Crestline. Squad with just 6 players. Only 7 total on the roster, but they've got one out due to sickness. So it's a tough situation, and it's the same situation that we saw Lucas in exactly last year. I believe they only had 8 on the varsity, as Grover with a nice cut and feed out to the perimeter. So I'm sure there won't be any, tears from the Lucas side of things, feeling sorry for Crestline that they only have a few players on the team this year. They were able to battle through. Lucas last year had a pretty successful season, as they've got a 3 on the way here, and an offensive rebound chased down by the Cubs. 12th rebound here of the contest. Engler swiped that one down. Lucas taking almost a whole minute here off of the clock and ending up with 3 points. Triple from the corner. Ryan Culler. Sauter pressuring Gregory. About to get to the 5-second. Does just get the pass off in time. Lucas now showing a 2-3 zone. Gregory, her shot blocked again. 4th time tonight, or this afternoon I should say, that Brooklyn has gone inside and just has not been able to get the ball up to the rim. Sauter shooting into the passing lane. Leads it out for Grover, and look at the unselfishness, setting up Tori for a bucket. Tori Sauter 9 points over her season average. 6 per contest is what Tori have been putting up so far, and boy, she has been a still artist here today. Typically Tori, only 2 stills per game. I mean, I've got her down for at least like 5. So she's definitely inflating her season stats here this afternoon. Crestline sticking with that 2-3. Got Grover running baseline. Now Sauter comes out to get it. Culler, another bucket here. .20 made field goals now on the afternoon for Lucas against Crestline. Skip pass, open look. 3 on the way, and it finds its home. Maddie Engler getting Crestline into double figures. First points for Maddie here this afternoon. Sauter's going to drive baseline. Nice look. Culler, even better. Cofferty with the cut. She gets rewarded at the rim. Sipes airmails that one for turnover number 23 for the Bulldogs. They'll send Horn over to the bench. McCoy steps in. And right away, coming up with the steal. 6th giveaway for Lucas here today. And Engler's going to be out of bounds. Another TO piling up here for Crestline. Cubs with some changes. MK Ranigan into the mix. Matty Boyer as well out on the floor. Had a couple of three-pointers. Lucas swings it. Now from the high post, getting away with the travel was Kylie Floss. It'll be Crestline basketball. Sipes and Engler got him split up top. Now Gregory turns, baseline, shot blocked again. Got to be a frustrating afternoon for Brooklyn Gregory. Running the baseline wide open from the corner. 3 ball from L. Miller is pure. So Crestline, when they've had openings on the perimeter, they've shot it pretty well from long range. It's going to be an over and back, referee all over it. Didn't think that Sipes got a piece of it. So Lucas gives it back over to the Dogs. Trying to keep some momentum flowing in their favor. Sipes gets tied up with Shelby. Dogs are going to hang on to it as Horn gets back into the mix. Brooklyn checks out. And we do have the running clock situation here with the 30-point differential. I believe that's a new rule just this season that the OHSAA has implemented. Cubs come away with another turnover. End to end, won't go. Shelby Grover there for the putback. Lucas has half a honey bun now as we're to 40 seconds remaining in the third. Cubs looking for the same result, but we're going to get an offensive foul. Sipes jacked up. So Crestline will have an opportunity for the final shot here of the frame, but they got to get to work. Just 5 seconds. Good if it goes off the back iron, and that's going to take us to the end of 3. Lucas cruising at home.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
We have reached money time here on the OH Report today inside of the Cub Cave, and it's been Lucas pretty much handling all the checks, the deposits, the loose change here this afternoon. They've got a 50 burger right now through 3 quarters of action as we're about ready to begin the fourth, and Crestline in a big hole, trailing by 35. Brian Skronsky here with you on the call this afternoon. Kick off our coverage of Saturday basketball action on the OH Report. 4 live and free games all on the menu for you guys today. This just jump starts us. Tell you a little bit more about some of the other games we have going on at the Next Ed Ball. As here's a quick shot, just a few seconds in, tipped out of bounds, too hard off the glass from Foss. And the loose ball belongs to Crestline. Bulldogs looks like they're going to dip to 0-6 on the season. Losses to Galleon, Temple Christian, Ridgedale, Loudonville, Bucyrus, and now Lucas. And for this Crestline team with their first-year head coach, Lance Hood, had a nice conversation with me earlier as this team gives it away. An end-to-end, nice left-handed finish by Cofferty. But Lance was just telling me he took over the job in June and that there really was no summer basketball established for his players. He had 1 kid the entire summer show up for a scrimmage. So he felt like this team, obviously way behind the 8 ball starting the season, as it's already their second giveaway here in the 4th quarter, that Lucas is looking to cash in. Rebound by Grover. She just flies over the top of everybody. It's almost like a cheat code, having Shelby Grover. But for Crestline, they've got a long way to go to get this program where Lance wants it. I mean, super competitive guy, played under our own Greg Collins at Mansfield Senior, had an excellent JUCO career. Injury derailed him from playing D1 basketball, but I do love the energy that Lance is bringing here. He's up off the bench, barking orders at his kids, trying to keep them hungry, involved in the game here, even though the score is what it is at this point, and things haven't gone well for them on any night. They have not been competitive yet this season. Every single loss by at least 16 points. The Loudonville game, 64-9 the final in that one, so they're definitely taking their lumps here early, but he feels like heading into the new year that his team will be playing some better basketball as Foss shows off the mid-range game there. Field goal number 24 for Lucas. And the Cubs, they've just brought the juice from the start here today. We don't see the same energy from Crestline, and I understand when you're playing a losing brand of basketball that you can't always have that type of motor and engine, but at the same time, that's what your coach is telling you to do, is to bring the spirit every single time you're on the court. When you get your opportunities, go as hard as you can. Haven't seen it here from the Bulldogs today. They fell behind early, have never recovered, and on the flip side, a lot of energy has been displayed by Lucas, and that's why they got this huge lead and looking to get win number 2 on the season. As Gregory knocks down a Jay, her first field goal of the afternoon, and welcome sight for Brooklyn. He's had a rough time trying to go in amongst the trees. Plays forward for him. Not a very tall player. 5'7". That's just had our shot blocked a bunch, so nice for Brooklyn, having a good-looking stretch right here. She comes away with the turnover. Giveaway number 10 by the Cubs. With a younger lineup on the floor here for Lucas, good opportunity, I think, to close out the game with a little bit of momentum, try to get some smiles on the faces of these Crestline players. Got Sipes over on the bench right now. They leave an open shooter, and Chloe Sturts capitalizes. A lot of freshmen making a contribution here for the Lady Cubs. Another jump ball. Possession arrow. favors Lucas. A little discussion at the scores table about who should have possession, and I think that maybe nobody knew and just whatever. It's a 40-point game. Another shot inside, maybe getting a piece of it was Crestline. But look at these Lady Cubs just outworking the Bulldogs as Gregory travels. And Lucas will get the ball back. Rolling clock, under 3 minutes to go. Gregory got a piece of that one. Then tracked down the rebound. So as I mentioned to you guys, a lot of games on the schedule for today. Coming up this afternoon, tip-off in about a half hour, we've got some cane action with East Knox at Northmore. Lady Dogs are a really fun team to watch. Lexing Wenger and company for the Knights looking to defend. You can see that game on Channel 2 on our YouTube and then our Facebook page. G-Man and Storm got the call on that one. And then a doubleheader tonight, Western Reserve at Crestview for the girls, and then the boys, a battle of undefeateds. I cannot wait to watch that one live and free tonight on our main YouTube channel. Travis Berardi, Hayden Gray on the call for both of those games. Just an excellent Firelands Conference back-to-back matchups there. But the Rough Riders and Cougars, the gentlemen, both 4-0, undefeated in the league. Who will stay that way? You can find out tonight live and free at 7:30. Here's the future of Lucas basketball out on the floor. Amaya Howard, one of the freshmen out there, along with Olivia Brown, Maddie Boyer, all these 9th graders showing some nice hustle, good spirit and energy. Can they get some points? They'll get an offensive rebound at least. Cubs have worked the offensive glass well today. Double figures of those. Here's Howard to trigger. I'm sure these freshmen would love to get a bucket to cap off the night, but Gregory eyeballed that one all the way. Was able to come away with a nice takeaway. So we'll Crestline in with the final bucket of the night. Here's Kennedy Stipes with a nice drive down the baseline. And Crestline up to their season average of 19 points per game. Jump ball, and that's gonna do it, folks. The Lucas Cubs, a 58-19 winner over Crestline. Dominant performances by pretty much everybody, so drop me a comment. Let me know who do you think is worthy of the MVP. They'll join me for a conversation on the other side of the break. Keep it here, the Mechanics Postgame. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Back now with our Cub Cave carryout MVP, and it is Tori Sauter. 9 points, 5 steals, 4 assists for you this afternoon. You did a little bit of everything, and it seems like you're just that type of player for this team that they're relying on you to do a lot of different stuff in your senior year. Do you feel like that's kind of your role, is just to get it done kind of all over the floor?
I try my best to get as much as I can throughout the game. I try to score for my team when they need it. I try to dish it out when we need it. And my goals today were to get 10 points, 5 steals, and to work as hard as I can on defense and to get as many turnovers as I can. And although I didn't get as many points, I did get assists and I did get my steals. So that's really all I ask for, and make sure that my teammates they're working hard for me, so I just try to get them the ball.
So you're pretty much checking all of your individual boxes today, and then collectively as a unit, a lot of the freshmen got to get into the mix. And what I liked most about you girls is that it felt like defensively there was a lot of energy out there. I really felt like it carried you.
I think that although like with the starting of the season, we had so many games back to back, and finally this week we got to sit down, work on our X and O's, and get some fresh legs, and finally work with what defense we worked for us. Like today's our first game putting in our diamond press, and I think that worked wonders for us. And like with the freshmen, they'll go out and work hard for us, even if they're not scoring or even if they're not doing exactly what we need them to do. They're hustling and getting back on defense, which is exactly what we want.
This is your second win of the season. You had a little bit of a rough patch there, but as you mentioned, so many games here early. I got to imagine you're looking forward to the second half, more practices, more opportunities to implement some new stuff in practice, and ultimately, you know, figure out some new schemes and what works best for you girls.
Yeah, we're just trying to get as many open looks like in practice. We try to work our best. We try to split up the JV and the varsity. That way the varsity can work the varsity and the JV can work the JV and the varsity can work the JV. We're just trying to get as many girls out on the court. We're young. Age-wise, we're old, but experience-wise, we have 3 girls who are coming out who haven't played since their freshman year or even in middle school, so we're just trying to work them.
Well, it's a big win for you this afternoon in the MBC as well. What would you say are the big picture goals that you and your teammates have been talking about, and in particular, you and some of the seniors? What do you really want to accomplish this season?
This season, we just want to have fun. Like past years, we haven't had much fun, and we just want to come together as a team and work together. Like we had many girls scoring today, and normally we look for Shelby to do the scoring, and Shelby is doing a lot of the scoring for us, but she's a phenomenal player and she's going to give the ball to other people, and we just want to see all of us girls have fun, get as many steals as we can, be defensively sound, and just we want to have a variety of the girls. So that's what we're really just looking to do.
I saw a lot of smiles on some girls' faces here today for a big beatdown win. Congratulations. And if you want to put a smile on somebody's face at home that's watching, give a shout out. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my dad. He's at home. He couldn't make it today. I love you.
All right, Tori Sauter, our MVP, presented by Cub Cave Carryout. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, our Mechanics Bank postgame will continue to roll along here as we will dive into the final stats of the game. Here we go. And, oh, looks like these need updated. Let me reload. Well, they're close. The only thing that we're really missing here is that for Lucas, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 field goals. No, I'm sorry, 25 field goals today for the Cubs. Just 1 3. They didn't need a ton from beyond the arc. That was one of the bright spots today for Crestline, is that they did capitalize on some of their opportunities from downtown, knocked down 4 triples. Rebounding, pretty similar, 17 for the Cubs, 12 times a rebound belonged to the Bulldogs, but it was those turnovers. Those are actually flip-flopped. 31 giveaways for Crestline today. I mean, that's just about twice too many. 11, which is what Lucas had. That's more of a comfortable number where you can feel good about yourself at the end of the day, knowing that you gave yourself an opportunity, not hurting yourself, which is what Crestline did just one too many times here this afternoon. It really cost them, and that's why they dipped to 0-6 on the season. So we wish Coach Hood and company the best of luck moving forward as he tries to develop a young, inexperienced team. A couple girls on the roster, I'm told, this is their first time ever playing basketball. So that's going to wrap up our coverage here from the Cub Cave, where one last time, final score 58-19 Lucas. A big win as they move to 2-7 on the season. This is just one of 4 live streams on the OH Report today, so make sure that you keep it with us. Next up at 2:30, tune in, check out East Knox against Northmore. But for now, from here, from Lucas, we are out of here, folks. So long.